Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Concept Class. Today, we're going to explore what makes robots move, sense, and act. We'll start with gears, the muscles that transmit force, then move to sensors, the senses that allow robots to perceive, and finally, actuators, the engines that make motion possible. Let's begin with gears. Gears are simply toothed wheels that fit together. When one gear turns, it moves another, transferring energy from one part to another. Robots use gears to control how fast or how strong a movement is. Gears in robots are just like muscles in our body. They adjust how much strength or speed a motion needs. For example, a robot arm lifting a heavy object needs more torque and less speed. That balance is achieved using gears. When a large gear drives a small one, the small one spins faster, just like a bicycle gear. But when a small gear drives a large one, the output is slower, but more powerful. But when a small gear drives a large one, the output is slower, but more powerful. That's the beauty of gear mechanics. Gear ratio simply tells us how gears multiply or reduce force. If a small gear turns a big one, motion slows down but becomes stronger. That's exactly what robots need to lift, rotate, or grip objects precisely. Robots use different types of gears for different joints. Spur gears for wheels, bevel gears for elbow-like motion, and worm gears where slow and strong movement is needed. Now, let us discuss sensors. Just like humans use eyes, ears, and skin to sense the world, robots use sensors. These sensors tell the robot what's happening around it so it can react correctly. A robot without sensors is like a blindfolded person. Sensors give feedback, allowing a robot to adjust its motion, avoid collisions, and perform tasks with accuracy. Robots use many types of sensors. Vision sensors for seeing, tactile sensors for feeling, vision sensors for seeing, tactile sensors for feeling, proximity sensors for detecting distance, and even speech sensors for understanding voice commands. Internal sensors tell the robot what's happening inside, like its balance or speed. External sensors tell it what's happening around, such as obstacles or people nearby. Every movement of a robot depends on sensor feedback. For example, a robotic arm won't stop gripping until its tactile sensor confirms the object is secure. Now, let's discuss actuators. If sensors are the eyes and brain, then actuators are the muscles. They make parts of the robot move. Arms rotate, wheels turn, and grippers open. There are mainly two kinds of actuators. Linear actuators for up and down or in and out motion, and rotary actuators for turning or rotation. Most robots use both types together for smooth, lifelike movement. Depending on the work, actuators can be electric, pneumatic, or hydraulic. Electric ones are used for precision, pneumatic ones for fast motion, and hydraulic ones for heavy lifting. Each has its own strength and use case. Here's how everything connects. Sensors gather data, the controller processes it, and actuators perform the action. Then sensors check the result again. This feedback loop keeps the robot accurate and intelligent. To sum up, gears give power, sensors give awareness, and actuators give movement. Together, they make a robot come alive, just like muscles, nerves, and senses work in harmony in our body. Always remember, robotics is not just about programming. It's about combining mechanical strength, sensory intelligence, and motion control. That's what makes modern robots so fascinating